Alright, let's talk about Guardian ranks. This is a video that I wanted to do after I personally finished all the ranks. I was able to do this day one, Tuesday of this previous reset. I don't have any script or anything. I just wanted to just give some bare bones, just raw thoughts and opinions and feelings on Guardian ranks now that I've completed it, now that I can't do anything else until next season. I wanted to preface this with the fact that some of my complaints are going to be, of course, already addressed, because this coming up reset with the mid-season patch, they will be addressing some of these, I guess, issues for the later ranks. But now that I've gone through all the Guardian ranks, I'm going to walk through the ranks and I'm going to talk about how I feel about them, what I liked, what I did not like, and what I think and hope can be done about Guardian ranks in the future, since Guardian ranks seem to be just here to stay for the foreseeable future, and I don't think they're going away. I think Guardian ranks at its core is a very interesting thing that could be built upon to make the game feel a bit more diverse, whatever that means to what the developers mean it to be. First thing up, I'm going to talk about how my initial experience was when Lightfall first released. If you are any kind of veteran player, veteran is very, 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 very wide of a description, because as far as we know, anyone that launches Destiny with Lightfall pretty much becomes level 6, unless you were a brand new player on a brand new account. Some of the things that you would have seen on the first 6 ranks are doing the New Light quest, which if you played before the New Light quests were out, you already have that unlocked. Going to all the planets, Nessus, Neptune, EDZ, very specific things that any Destiny player has done. You know, do a public event on these planets. Get to rank 4, light subclasses, you know, learn about the light. Get a light subclass like, you know, solar or void. Talk to the gunsmith. Collect 9 legendary shards. These are all things that if you play the game in any way, shape, or form, you already have done, you've already learned. You know, have you ever put a bot in a weapon or armor piece? You have that unlocked. You know, it's all very simple stuff that unfortunately or fortunately, you know, pushes everyone into a same starting box or a starting line, no matter your experience, no matter how much or how little you play. When I went around the, I guess you want to say, community or directory, day 1, day 2, pretty much every single person that I came across was level 6 or Guardian rank 6. That meant that if you were a returning player, a hardcore player, or a daily player, or a hardcore veteran daily player, you all started at 6. That's it, no matter what. I remember seeing people who hadn't played since Forsaken also being level 6. There was a few people who had new accounts. Of course, those people were level 1, but for the most part, you were either level 1 or level 6 starting Lightfall. I think that's okay, but I also don't like it. You know, it is what it is. This is all very, very, very new, and I understand issues, and just getting it out there clean and just making sure it all works is the most important thing. However, it can be kind of jarring to have you know, a random player who is returning or hasn't been playing as much as I have, being the same rank as I am, and just having the same starting point. You know, you have to ask yourself, are you feeling respected as a player as far as your time and your investment, or does it not matter? Both are very valid answers, and it really depends on the player. Once you get into level 7, a lot of those things are going to be where you're starting off. You know, learn about nightfalls, you know, do champion stunning, do some commendating, get your power level up to the pinnacle, you know, complete the Lightfall campaign, do the seasonal story stuff. All very easy stuff that you're going to see. You know, level 8 is the same way. Do some more of that. Do some of the raids and dungeons. Do a lot of the other stuff that's post campaign. And again, all stuff that you're probably going to be doing anyway. Same thing goes for level 9. Same thing goes for level 10. Same thing goes for level 11. Once you get to the end, there are a few issues that I have. One of them being rank retroactive activation. What I mean by that is when you get to that rank, say you commendated 50 people previously. When you rank up again, there is a commendation requirement that starts at 0 instead of starting or calculating, if you will, what you did before. The biggest issue you'll find, or one of the biggest issues I found, was that commendations are not being retroactive. Of course, they're going to fix this. Doing certain content like a solo dungeon or a master raid initially is not retroactive as well. I would like to see commendations retroactive at all times. I would like to see Guardian ranks active and visually active at all times. I would like to know what I need to do at each rank. So I might want to not do something until it counts for my rank. Being able to know what is lying ahead in my playing experience is very, very nice instead of being blindsided about the next requirements. I don't understand why they are hidden, why they are question marks for what I need to do next. And I'm sure there's probably ways people can get around it by data mining and things like that. However, I would like to see some things tied to it as well. You know, I don't think it needs to be weapons. Maybe something in the game that allows you to collect some stuff like cosmetics. Would be pretty cool if you can get some consumables or materials that allow you to purchase some pretty nice schmancy fancy cosmetics that are tied to being that rank. I would like to see the animations of being a certain level, for example max rank, be able to be taken out and used in the world. It doesn't have to be as fancy as out there as when you're in the tower. Maybe even make it to where how back in the day we had nightfall auras above our head. I would like to see that. A number above our head, as we've said for multiple years, doesn't matter. You know, it's cool, but pretty much everyone at Bungie knows that as well. Destiny's endgame is fashion more than anything else. Allowing a player who puts in their hard-earned time to hit max rank, let us flex it. The next thing I want to bring up is how can we allow this to live season over season? From what we know, pretty much everyone is going to be retroactively pushed back down to level 6 or 7. They haven't told us exactly. And then we have to do this getting back from 6 to 11 all over again. Does that mean the requirements are going to be different every season? Or does it mean we're going to start and go up again every season with different or the same requirements? My thinking is, of course, it's going to be different requirements every season, but it would be nice for us to instead have, I don't know, a new ranking system that allows you to just keep going up, say 11 ranks every season. But if you do everything previously, you have a much higher starting point. So if I do 11 this season, and next season you get a new 11 ranks, let me just go from 11 to 22. If I stopped at 8, let me go from 8 to 19. I don't know how that would be implemented. I don't know how that would work, but that'd be hopefully something to respect the players who decide to go out of their way to do a lot of this stuff. When it comes down to it, a lot of people feel that it doesn't matter. The Guardian ranks are pointless, and if the number is going to be reset anyway, then what's the point? At least that's what my Twitter has said. I made that post on my Twitter in regards to me hitting max rank, and the majority of people all felt that it was pointless, and especially what didn't matter if it was just going to go back down next season. I definitely think it would be worth it to give it a shot, because if you're going to take it away from people and give everyone the same starting line every season, you're gonna have a lot of people not doing this outside of super duper hardcore players who are going to get that stuff done anyway. Overall, I think Guardian ranks are pretty neat, but I do think they're going to need a lot more appreciation and time in regards to separating the player investment, the player experience, and separating the person who is a little less hardcore to the person who just wants to do everything in the game and have some hardcore things to go after. If Guardian ranks is just going to be a checking off of just participating in all parts of the game, then we should know that ahead of time so we can set our expectations as necessary. One more thing I would like to add is a lot of this stuff is PvE specific and solo specific. I would like to see some more things added to our PvP community and even our PvEVP community. I'm looking out for you, Gambit. I would like to see something, say, either do a raid or do trials or do something like that. Either do something PvE or PvP and have that requirement completed. If you make someone have to go flawless or do a master raid, then let me have to have that choice. I don't think the Guardian ranks should be tied to having to do PvE content only. It should be tied to doing either a lot of the PvE content or PvP. So you have both sides of your community being respected and their time invested in your game and their experience invested in your game as well. If you have any questions or thoughts or comments in regards to Guardian ranks, I would love to hear your experience in it. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you have any comments, please put them down there again. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.